Hey Kirsten, this is workout number 2 of your winter training block. This is the strength block. And the structure for this session is the same as the first one, as session number 1. So it's going to be 2 exercises alternated, 2 to 4 sets, and then you're going to go into 3 exercises that cycle through as a trilogy of exercises, so a little mini circuit. And again, same rep range, same, again, 2 to 4 sets, working for 5 to 8 repetitions, 60 to 90 seconds between sets. So the first 2 exercises on this session are a single arm dumbbell squat press. We've done this before. We're going to be going a little heavier this time. I think we did this, I looked in the file, it was about a year ago. And then the other exercise is a bent over barbell row. And we're going to do it with a supinated grip, so your palms will be forward on that. We'll go over that in a minute here. Starting with the dumbbell squat press. So again, using a weight, that's going to allow you 5 to 8 repetitions, 2 to 4 sets. So I'll give this to you from a couple different angles. Sitting back on your heels a little bit. It's like you're sitting down in a chair. Explode up. Keep it controlled on the way down. And notice I'm trying to stay upright. I'm not letting this happen. I'm trying to keep my spine tall. If you're looking at it from the side, we got to go to the left arm because that was a full trainer set there. Around here we joke that trainer sets are 2 to 3 repetitions, and then we pass the weight off to the person training. So sitting back. Oh, this is my weak arm. Feeling that hour swim this morning. I think you know Jeannie Zappi. She runs a master's program, and she was hurting me this morning. So anyway, you saw sitting back on the heels, exploding up, keeping it controlled on the way down. You're going to hit one arm, then the other arm, and that's your set on those. So your legs are going to get a pretty good workout here because with 5 to 8 reps on each arm is obviously 10 to 16 reps for the legs. So that's your first exercise here. Number 2, the bent over barbell row. I mentioned this is going to be a palms forward, supinated grip. So it's best if you can get your bar set up someplace where it's a little bit lower, or about the same height as to come on in and pick it up like this, rather than trying to get it up off the floor and you're basically doing a deadlift and everything else. So hands a little wider than your shoulders. Pick it up. It's another one of those times using that hip hinge. So important. So slight flex to your knees, hinge forward from the hips. See, my back is straight. Drive the elbows up, controlled on the way down. All right, so from the front, I think I've got enough room here to do this. Maybe not quite with the bench, gonna be close. My weight is balanced, feet a little wider than my shoulders. So that is barbell row. I probably could have gone a little lighter with my weight for my demonstration there. So those are your 2 exercises, alternating those, boom, 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 60 to 90 seconds between each one. And those are our first 2. Let's move on to numbers 3, 4, and 5. These are going to be Krabby Teddy Bear. We've seen that one before. We did that earlier last year in 2018. We're going to do that, and a tabletop row, which you've seen before. And the last one is a band exercise that we've not seen before. We've done some similar things, but again, it's another one of those that is working on scapular stability. And we're working just kind of maintenance for your serratus anterior to make sure that we're doing our ongoing maintenance on those. So, Krabby Teddy Bears. We call those a Krabby Teddy Bear. And here we tend to use the sand bells, and I don't believe you have any of these. I call these because you give your teddy bear a hug, and then you go into a squat, shift sideways like a crab, and then up. You're only allowed to move sideways when your butt is on that long invisible bench behind you. You're not allowed to move sideways when you're up here. You have to be down, butt touching the bench, back on your heels, scoot sideways and up. You're gonna do, again, heavy enough weight that you can do about 5 to 8 each direction. And I'm going with a relatively light weight there. But again, I am fried today. So I'm using the sand bells in here for that. If you're looking at it from the side, it's like this. Keeping feet parallel to each other so that as I'm stepping, my feet are parallel. I am not stepping out like that, because then we're going to be shifting the work from the medial glutes out into the quadriceps. Really, with this exercise, we're trying to hit the glute max and medial glutes a little bit. And anyway, we lose that when we start turning the foot out there. And if you don't have sand bells, you can do it with a dumbbell. So I guess this would be a Krabby dumbbell. And so you're holding it kind of like you would for a goblet squat. So it gives you an idea there what you're doing. And that really lights up the glutes all the way around. And it's a pretty good core exercise too, because you got to work hard squeezing your abs, everything in here. Deep abdominals, the transverse abdominis is working hard. Basically just everything to try to hold it together. And that should all be pretty strong after all the stabilization work we've done the last few months and the other work in the past year. So that's the first exercise. Second one is the tabletop row on TRX. And we've done this one before. It's been a while. You're going to want your strap set probably not all the way as short as they go. Here, for myself, with our setup, I've got them out about that far from the shortest position. And we use a step like this to set against, because we have our pole mounted here. If you have a ceiling mount, you may need to set up something else, whether you use, we've got our long bench over here. You may even have a setup where if you're farther off the wall, you take something like that, turn it long ways to get the right distance. But the tops of these steps work really well for that. And this tabletop row, we're hammering your glutes pretty good in all these workouts. Doing it's a lot of posterior chain here. So you're gonna start out in the seated position, and knees are bent. You're gonna keep your knees bent 90 degrees the whole time. I know I've got the mount more open than that now, but once I go up, you'll see. So here in the 90 degrees, and let them come forward. Actually, I messed that up. Wow. Okay, we'll try this again. Knees are bent 90 degrees. You're gonna do that hip hinge that I keep talking about. Squeeze your butt up, that's your flat tabletop. Then do a row, and down, and down. Don't actually touch your bottom to the floor. So that's your tabletop row there. What you can do to adjust the intensity on this one is just, like always, slow the negative down. Also, adjust the length of the straps. If you find it's too easy, then make the straps longer, because it's going to drop your shoulders and head down close to the floor, you're going to be a little more inverted. Your tabletop's going to be tilted, and you're going to have to work harder to pull then. Or if it's too hard, you can shorten them up, and your tabletop may be tilted the other direction. But you're going to have to fiddle with that a little bit. Get to the point where you can do that 5 to 8 repetitions there. So that's the second exercise. Third one is an A raise with the band, or an A pull. And we call it an A. All these are named after letters. Because as you pull, your hands are going to be out here. So it's like I'm the capital letter A. Palms are going to stay facing forward the whole time. These regular resistance bands with the handles on both ends work the best for this. You can put them around. In here, we'll put them around the pole like this. Palms forward, get a little tension on. I have a tendency to go to an offset stance. You don't necessarily need that. Slight flex to your knees, standing tall, pull, slight pause, and then forward. Oh. And as you pull back, if you look at me from the back here, I'm going wherever my shoulders will go to. That's the end of my range of motion. I'm not arching my back. You want to keep pelvis and spine in kind of a neutral position the whole time. Probably want to squeeze your butt, squeeze your abs, keep everything rock solid. Squeeze, and then relax. Pick a band that, again, in that 5 to 8 repetition range. And on this one, you can even go a little bit higher if you want to do more reps. If you want to even get up there 10, 12, that's fine. Because again, this particular exercise in this workout is not one of the main exercises. This is in here again for maintenance of your Sarat and basically prevention with that issue you had in the past with the wing scapula. So those are the last 3 exercises of this workout, and have fun with them. As always, give me a shout if you have any questions, and if there's anything I can help you with. Talk to you soon. Bye.